Hello everyone, Bobby here for XGR, and today we're going to take a look at Constructor Plus. It was released on the 25th of September 2019, priced at £19.99, $19.99 or €19.99. I haven't checked this out, so we're just going to jump in and go from the start. As you can see from the menu when it wants to come back up for us, you've got the standard play game option, you've got missions, there's 15 missions there that you can do. There's a classic version, there's a level designer, there's a multiplayer, leaderboards, and obviously achievements and options. We're just going to jump straight in and have a look around on the standard game.
So, you think you can make it in the world of Constructor? Your predecessor was not up to the job. You think you can cope with the demands of the city council and the mob, let alone those annoying tenants? I'll get it in the neck if I don't explain some of the basics to you. Your ever-important cursor is controlled using the left stick. You can push-scroll the map by moving to the sides of the screen. Well, there's no flies on you, are there? You can move the camera view around using the right stick on its own. Why don't you have a look around now? You can zoom right out by holding the right trigger and pulling down on the right stick. Well done. You're not as daft as you look. You can zoom back in by holding the right trigger and pushing up on the right stick. This is your HQ, centre of all things important. You'd best protect it like it was one of your own. If this burns down, it'll be curtains for you. But don't worry, we'll dig you a nice grave in the yard. Rather than standing around picking your nose, let's get going by selecting this geezer. Point your cursor at his feet and press the A button. This is your foreman. You'll need him to build your property empire. He will instruct his own work team to do all the hard graft for you, whilst he files the risk assessments. You can move him around by pointing where you want him to move to and pressing X. And here they come. Your workers have finally got out of bed to do some hard graft. Send your foreman to the beacon we've just placed outside the HQ entrance by pointing and pressing the X button. His work team will always tag along. That was a long walk, wasn't it? Every foreman can have a work group of up to 5 workers. If you have a full group, they'll be far more efficient. So you'd better add 2 more workers to this guy's team. Select the flashing Work Team button and make the group up to 5 workers. Select spare workers on the right to fill the team up to 5, and then choose the flashing group selection icon to bring them together. Great job! You're getting the idea with these flashing icons. Now let's exit this screen. Right, enough of all this poncing about. Time to do some building. Let's start by placing your first building site. So let's head on over to the estate agent.
Right, that was long-winded. Let's see
the
what we'll get.
lumber yard will be your first resource, which is handy for a plank like you. Get it up and running to supply wood for your future buildings. Try finding a legal position to place the site by moving the cursor footprint around. You can tell which land you own because it's glowing your team colour. Position the cursor over where you want to build. If the cursor is red, then it's not a legal position. The arrows show which direction the gate will face. Would you look at that? A brand spanking new building site. To view the site, press A whilst hovering over the footings. To start working on this building, bring your men onto the site. This can be done by simply clicking on the Call Work Team icon. Alternatively, you could just tell your foreman... Would you look at that? A brand spanking new building site. To view the site, press A whilst hovering over the footings. Congratulations! You have finished your first lumber yard. To restock it, move a work team into the building. Watch them build. It's a real delight. If these guys keep up their day job, they'll gain experience and become much more reliable. The lumber yard will be your source of wood for years to come. Press A whilst hovering over the building foundations, or click the new icon that's appeared on the left-hand side of the screen. To speed up wood production, you can call a second team into the building.
Okay, we'll do that now. Let's send these in.
Righto.
Nearly there. Just get it up to 10 units. You've made enough of a racket, but now we've got enough wood to start building our next property. Go to the estate agent to see your new choices.
Let's just pull them out first.
Righto.
A lot of talking on this tutorial. I loaded it up to check audio levels before, but I didn't expect this much. I thought we'd have been able to jump in and start playing.
There are now more choices of buildings you can create. Click on the Homes icon to see what's new. You now have access to 3 low-grade tenant houses. We want you to build a log cabin, which will fit neatly beside your lumber yard. You can change the selected building type by using the D-pad. Press the A button to place site. Well, that one squeezed in nicely. Now you need to call a work team to finish the job.
Break.
If your teams are busy, click on your foreman using A and move him to the site
Yep.
by pointing and clicking X.
Yeah, hello.
Whilst people are inside a building, a flag appears outside. You can
Ooh,
click on the
I
base of his
know.
brown flag using A to select him.
I got all that whilst I was trying to select the foreman there. I don't know if you've noticed, I was trying to select them and I kept selecting the characters
We
around, so I had
should
to
have
move them
this
out the
new
way.
house knocked up in no time.
Right, that's built.
Well done. Your first home has been completed and is ready to be rented out for the first time. Building a variety of types of houses will expand your choices in the future. Congratulations on your first tenant house, even if it is a bit
Righto.
naff. To look inside and choose a tenant, hover your pointer over the base of the building and this place is obviously empty. To put a tenant in this house, click on the Appoint Tenant icon.
Right, where's that? Press Y.
There are 5 levels of tenant, from the riffraff to the toffs. I'm afraid you're scraping the bottom of the barrel at this stage. Take this dodgy-looking pair. Whilst they have plenty of money, they don't breed quickly enough, and they might damage your property. I think it's
gotta
best
press
we
Y.
use the other couple. These slobs will do exactly what we need. They'll breed like rabbits to create extra workers and tenants.
Okay, we'll go with them.
They've moved in and made themselves at home. Don't you love what they've done with the decor? You can find out what these tenants like and don't like by clicking on their picture. These slobs are the lowest level of tenant that you can get. They're good for breeding quickly, are quite noisy and can cause problems for their neighbours. But as long as you don't annoy them, they can be fairly self-contained and don't expect too much in the way of luxuries. These areas give you information about the house and its tenant. Hover your pointer over each of the areas to find out more info. Use the D-pad to move easily between icons.
Right, so you can see that the price of the house, the actual value of it, is going up. I've got rent paid each month is 176. Going to see if we can get that higher. What's the don't have a child, and then it tells you how many kids they've had, and I'm assuming is that this till they die. Yeah, the life expectancy. Right, let's crack on.
Currently, these guys are paying rents, but we need to expand our empire and breed more workers. Click on the worker icon to have them start breeding a worker instead.
Oh, there it is. Right, so click on
There
that.
you go. Your bundle of joy is on its way. This display shows you how long before your worker will report for duty at your HQ.
Right, so you get tenants, you get them to breed workers and whatnot, and obviously more tenants, and go from there.
To make your
Nice.
tenants a bit more active in the bedroom and deliver your children quicker, I suggest you upgrade their bedroom. Click on the Redecorate Rooms button. There are 4 rooms in this gaff. Each of these rooms has a different benefit, such as increasing life expectancy, relieving stress, reducing repairs, and increasing birth rate, which is what we need right now. Please select the bedroom.
Way ahead of you, mate.
What a dump! There are several stages for each room that must be better than this. Select Upgrade Room to start redecorating. You will need to call a work team inside the building to complete the upgrade. Marvellous! Your team has completed the new bedroom. Doesn't that look better? Hopefully it'll have the desired effect. Let's go back to the main screen and see how they are getting on. You will notice that the birth rate has improved. The faster the dial goes round, the quicker the next baby will appear. Just like in real life. They do slow down as they produce more children, but the happier they are, the quicker they breed, and more rent they are willing to pay. Everyone wants a nice garden to go with their house, so let's start by improving the fence. At the moment, you only have a limited selection of fences available. This tenant particularly likes the privet hedge, of course. Please select and purchase it. You need to get those lazy workers off their tea break and out into the yard to do some more work. Please call them back out. Each fence has a different defensive ability, as well as being aesthetically pleasing for your tenants. That looks much better and will keep your tenant happy. Now let's leave the house and have a look around.
Righto.
You can quickly see what each house is producing. Rent, workers, or more tenants, as shown by the floating icon above the house. If something else is wrong, it will be shown there instead. Now we need to teach you how to look after your estates. Let's introduce you to one of our other characters, the repairman. Please select this fine gentleman over here. Your
What do you want?
repairman's a right spanner. If you switch on auto repair, he will circle around all of your buildings on his current estate, repairing them one after another for you. Tidy. Alternatively, you can manually prioritise his work by moving him inside a particular building. Once the property is in immaculate condition, he will move on to his next job. Hello, hello. What's going on here? This dude looks like he's up to no good. Someone has stolen some resources from your site on Katie Swallow's estate. It might not be too late to catch him and get them back. Too late!
Apparently it will be.
He's disappeared
Nothing I
down
could do
your
there.
tube station and he seems to have stolen all your wood. You'll need to restock that place.
Righto.
Get one of your teams back inside your lumber yard.
Get them straight in. Right, why is that got to work? Oh, it's because they're making a baby, right?
Looks like something is kicking off in here. Let's have a look inside the house. Some people are never happy. They've sent a complaint letter to the council. Click on their heads to see what's wrong. Oi! Your factory's been going day and night. We can't stand the noise no more. Close it down for a bit or give us some double glazing. They are
Okay.
obviously not happy living next to a loud factory. Better keep them sweet by getting your work team out of there.
I would rather give them the double glazing if I can. It's not going to let us. It's going to make us take my work team out. Great.
Righto.
Oh, is that just calling the opposite, the other team? It's called the other team, right? How do we get a work team out of here? Let's call a new team, and that's just back. Wait. Cancel resource data view. Yeah. Oh, you gotta press the flag.
T-break. Yup.
Can I press that flag? No. That doesn't make a difference. Right, it is this one, but when I'm doing it, you've got to pull each individual. Really? Is this how we do it?
Righto.
That was easy to
There
deal
we go.
with.
Finally got him.
They're not always as simple as that. However much you have, it's never enough. I think you need to buy some extra land for your next building project. Please select the world map icon.
Oh, there it is. I'm looking down the bottom right for this world map icon.
Use the D-pad to browse through the available estates or click on them directly. The larger the estate, the more expensive it will be. Please select the Brompton estate. Now we've got some more land, you can finally build your next home. Go back into your estate agent and see what's available.
I thought I could send a teammate to prep or something,
Now
but no.
it's time to create another of the tenant homes. Once you have created at least one of each, it will unlock more variety. Please select a simple lodge this time. Right, you can now place this lodge anywhere on your new estate. You will see that you can orientate the house by moving it closer to one side than another. Or you can cycle through the directions by pressing X. Once happy with the position, press A to place it. Now get those work teams on site to finish the building off.
Right, we've got one there. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Are they going over? Yeah, he doesn't have a massive team, him. Maybe. Can we upgrade his team from here? I don't think it's going to let us. But yeah, really, we should upgrade his team so it's faster. Ah, I didn't realise he's putting the road in on the side there. That's canny. What are these guys doing?
Hello.
Why can I never get the guy that I want.
Now you need to put a tenant in this new lodge.
Let's deal with this
Please
first.
use the slob tenants again, like before. Oi! Each tenant has a certain life expectancy. You have a limited number of tenants, so you must breed more, so they will be ready for when you need them later in the game. Please instruct your new tenants to breed a level 1 tenant. Well done! Now, to speed up the breeding process, you should improve their bedroom like last time.
Now we're just sitting
Now,
and waiting to do
please
that.
improve their fence to keep them happy. A picket fence would look very nice.
Which one's picket? White picket fence or... Okay, we're going to go with the white picket fence. I've called a team in already, but I'll press it again. There we go.
Okay, if you're ready to move on, then we need to build the final low-grade property. A Soweto hut. Once you do this, it will unlock the next... A larger garden will please your tenant more and make it easier to decorate the garden with objects. You can push out the edges of the plot by holding the right trigger and using the D-pad.
I
Once
completely
happy with the
pressed A on
location
that
of
already.
your Soweto hut, place it by pressing A. Now, get one of your work teams on site to finish this building off.
Can we get the other team from here? Yes, we can. Right, let's zoom in on these. Move these out the way so I can get to them.
Who are I?
And send them
Righto.
here. Now this team's larger, so it will be faster. And I know that team are probably they've just finished there. And anyways, but we'll stick these on there. He's still building the pathway around the outside and whatnot. And I'm assuming he's going to do that road. Yeah, he's going to keep going down here and do all them roads and then do that one up there. So it'll all be nice and neat.
Due to the high quality of your shacks, the council surveyor is going to let you build some proper houses after you've built the cement yard. This house now needs a tenant who will start paying us rent. We have a business to run and we need to make money. Please select the greaser tenants. Hello.
Yeah, the greasers, let's pick them.
It is possible to force tenants to pay more rent. Doing this will make them less happy, which may cause you problems, so be careful. Now, let's push their rent up by at least 25%. To make sure you keep track of what's going on in the world when inside a building, you can toggle the radar on and off by pressing the right bumper. Have a go. before you exit the house.
Okay.
To look after these new houses, please select your other repairman.
Hello, calm
Move
down.
him to the Brompton estate.
Oh, I
and
didn't move
set
him.
him auto repairing.
Hello.
Let's bring him back. And put him
Hello.
here. Come on, you can go faster than this.
I think it's time to buy another larger estate to give you room to expand your empire. Please buy the Beaverbrook estate on the world map screen.
Beaverbrook Estate on the world map screen. Okay.
After building all the level 1 tenant houses, you can now build a cement factory on your new plot of land. Select the cement factory via the estate agent and build this now. Now, you don't have enough resources to finish the building. You will need to send a work team back to the resource to restock it before work continues.
Call in a team there. That road's nearly done. And why is that flashing cash? Ah, we'll probably find out later. Are they building? Yes, they are. Please don't call them out of the wood factory. No, it's called the other team in. Perfect. Get this cement factory built when I can stop zooming around like that. I need more workers. What's left on him? 160 days. It's going down fast, so we'll have an extra worker we can slap on that team. See that? That's done. Wicked. Perfect timing.
The cement works has been finished and is now up and running. Now start some real buildings. We ought to get another one of them repairmen circling this estate, but we don't have any spare. Here's how to knock out new ones in your HQ. If you click on the HQ icon in the top left using the X button, it will scroll the map to its location.
Ah, cool.
Alternatively, using the A button will take you straight inside. This is your HQ screen, which allows you to monitor how many people and tenants you currently have or are in production. In here, you can also convert workers into other characters. Convert 3 spare workers into a repairman by clicking the icon. Now, set this new repairman to auto repair on the Beaverbrook estate.
Hello.
Right, there he is. He's set. Right, this is
We
a
now
hell of a
need
lot.
gadget factory
gonna
to
talk over
start
the top of this.
manufacturing products to keep your tenants happy. Select the gadget factory and place it on your new estate.
Right, so there's obviously a hell of a lot more here than what I was expecting. I thought it was going to give you a brief overview of building and then maybe have another one for going in depth with everything, but it's not. So I've been really quiet in this video with them talking over the top a lot. I haven't been able to talk to you as much, but looking at it, we've got the 3 basic houses. We're about to go on to the next level now that we've got the concrete, and we're looking at
Just get
gadget
on
buildings.
with it, will you?
So,
We now
with
need
all
a
that,
gadget
I wish he
factory
would
to start
shut up.
manufacturing products to keep your tenants happy.
So, yeah,
Select the gadget
I am going to wrap it
factory
up there
and place it on
because
your
we're over
new
20
estate.
minutes in, and this was just a quick look around. It's a really good game, and it does have a free trial on at the minute if you want to go and have a look, so you can have a go of it yourself. But yeah, with that being said, this has been my preview of Constructor Plus. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to stick a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.